Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. Where we left off, Cypher has just abandoned our party and headed off towards the tower. And we're just going to catch up with him now. We've been joined by another recruit, Selfie, who's going to take his place. For now, we're just going to rendezvous with her, who's waiting for us at the bottom of the tower. You can actually jump down the ledge after her, but if you do that, this actually deduces, deducts the points you obtain from the final score in your seed rank. So it's always best to just go around. Luckily, again, all you can encounter is just more soldiers, and again, they're no threat. So it's no big deal. We don't go jumping off cliffs because, you know, we're the good ones. We know how to behave. Oh, look, we got one more soldier, yeah. That materializes right in front of Selfie. Don't think to give us a hand, why don't you? Nope, it was only one shot to kill him. That's fair enough. More potions.
What took you so long? It would have been much quicker if you just jumped.
Much quicker? Please! You wouldn't normally jump off a cliff, okay? Ain't that right, Kaiser?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. You wouldn't normally jump that.
I don't know. Well, anyway. Well, let's get going. Has everyone equipped a GF? You haven't forgotten, have you?
No, she only brings that up because just to make sure everything's cool. It turns out that everything, all the magic you've drawn as a cipher is now transferred to Selfie. She has everything we got from earlier, so it's not gone to waste. She hasn't got the GF equipped though, so it's good that she pointed that out. Otherwise, you could just running in there, go all guns blazing, and find that she can't do a bloody thing. So it's good that all the magic we draw from Cypher doesn't go to waste. That's good.
So this is the communication tower.
Sure is big.
Ah! Cowards!
Hey!
I ignore you like a motherfucking boss.
The captain's getting away.
Well, don't walk over to me, walk after him. Did he go up? No! He could be anywhere.
Hey, Squad B Captain!
Is it? You found blind. Who will draw? I will. You have 6 blinds. And another random encounter. More bloody soldiers. Oh yeah, how come Cypher doesn't chase these ones out? It might be a better idea to patch myself up a bit. Because we've got a boss fight coming up. The boss fight coming up's not too hard, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Right, that should do it. Out of my way! We celebrate that meaningless victory with another victory fanfare. And we get another potion out of it. Shiva learnt Strength Junction. Better give her another ability to learn then. You could learn the refinery magic abilities straight off the bat, but we're in no particular hurry for those. I think she should learn that one. Another important ability you could learn once we're done with Quetzalcoatl or whatever. You might want to learn the card ability as well as soon as you can, because that in turn will teach you the card mod ability that allows you to modify your items from your cards, which is a very, very useful ability. So I'll be having him teach him that next. I think we can take this lift up.
Well, which other way do you think you can take it?
Wow, this lift is pretty cool.
Don't get too excited or you'll fall.
I couldn't really go into.
Sophie, I wouldn't put it past you if you fall off this thing.
Major Biggs, there has been a report of a monster-shaped shadow on top of the tower. Major Biggs! Be quiet, I'm busy. This goes like this, and geez, what's with these crappy old tools? And why do I have to make all the repairs? Ah! Sir, I'll check around while the repairs are being done. Let's see. Put this here, and
then what?
This goes here, and there. It's complete.
What is? Oh, the suspense is killing me. What's complete? What is it? I just gotta know. This flashy full motion video? No, all it is just the tower reactivating itself.
What is that?
Probably the biggest dramatic reveal of a satellite you can find. Seriously, when do you see a satellite being revealed that dramatically? What do you think you're doing?
Likewise, mister. What do you think you're doing? Hey, what happened to all the soldiers down below? Wedge, take care of these twerps. Wedge? I seem to be done here, so I'll just be on my... I'm leaving. Move it. Move. Sorry to crash the party. Are you crazy? Just shut up.
And here we have our little boss battle. Of course, Cypher doesn't decide to help us. All that big talk he does, and he just sort of stands there on the sidelines going,
just shut up and fight. Prepare for the worst, you brats.
Now, there's actually no point in attacking him at this for this first part of the fight. Because at some point Wedge is going to come in and help him out. Which I think is pretty much based on a sort of time limit. Probably just about after a couple of minutes. And when he does, any damage you inflict to Biggs will just be restored anyway, so there's not really much point. So for now, you may as well just try to draw as many Azuna spells as you can. And it's best you do so, because the Azuna spells are always going to be very handy to have. Again, like the other soldiers that we fought before, they're not really much of a threat, though they are a bit more stronger than the regular soldiers. The real threat is going to be coming after you deal with Wedge and Biggs. But for now, we're content to just draw a little bit. And draw failed. Well, that's a first. Yeah, as you can see, some of the rarest, seems like some of the more rarer spells will have a bit more trouble drawing them out. I think it depends, like, if you're low leveled. Well, that's mildly annoying. Yes, apparently this lieutenant knows how to do a thunder spell. And he knows a thing or two about clotheslines. Yeah, see, we seem to be getting like only 1 or 2 Azuna spells. So we must be too low level to be able to get them properly. At least I think that's what it based is, because I'm sure, well, he failed to draw again. Because I know the magic stat is what determines you get more higher spells, or draws rather. Yourself, he seems to be having better luck. Major Biggs, have you finished the repairs, sir? What is the enemy doing here?
Wedge, where were you? No pay for you this month.
Should have stayed home. Comic relief there. And that's pretty much what these two do. Service to comic relief. And now that Wedge is here, you can attack. You can start attacking properly now. Probably best to go for Biggs. Because he's going to be probably the bigger threat. With his slightly annoying thunder spells. And I think once enough damage is passed, you know, when you inflict enough damage to him, I think that's when the real boss battle begins. So yeah, not that difficult of a fight. You can just keep attacking, and eventually, you know, the big enemy himself is going to appear. Just keep drawing cures from Wedge should you need to. Or just keep drawing Azuna spells if you so desire. The draw cures is obviously sometimes not the best way, most reliable way to heal yourself, because it seems to be based on luck rather than when you actually cast them yourself. Try and draw some more of those. Your machine gun attack is pitiful. Even though, in all honesty, I should be dead by that. I'ma keep punching you, because you won't go down.
What the?
Ah! And here's the real enemy here.
What the hell is that?
Oh, sorry. That thing also has a new GF for us. You want to draw that? So you're going to draw that out immediately. Acquired Siren. In fact, let's have a scan on this thing. Ooh, this thing has a few spells. It seems to be a bit more stronger than Biggs's Thunder, though not by much. Elvaret, a monster that lives in the abandoned Dalek communication tower. No one knows where it came from. Poison has no effect, and has no weaknesses either. Only has about 2600 HP, so it's not that big of a deal. This might be worth a try. We'll try summoning a GF. He's also got the double spell, which is also a rather handy spell, especially for junctioning to your junctioning magic to your stats. So it might be handy for. I'll grab a few of those. I think this is the first time we've summoned a GF in this playthrough. May as well let Squall do the drawings. Zell's got the highest strength at the moment. Attack with him. As you can see here, what I'm doing is the boost that we learned earlier. All you got to do is just simply hold the select button and press the square button as often as you can. And obviously, the higher the number, the more damage it does. But you saw there that when that red cross comes up, you obviously stop pressing the button. Because if you press it when the cross comes up, as the number gets reset. Some GFs, like Quetzalcoatl here, only have quick attack animations. But for other GFs who take quite a while to execute their attacks, you can get in bigger boosts and do much bigger damage. And I think this is pretty much the more... Oh, flipping now. Sort of the only critical attack he uses is that Storm Breath. Which, as you can see, did quite a bit of damage there. Fortunately, Selfie's Limit Break we had to help us out. This is also the first time we've used Limit Breaks, too. What Selfie's Limit Break is basically it's called slots. When you use it, it gives you a random spell you can cast and a random number of times it will cast. Let's say like Thunder 3 times, or Cure twice, that sort of thing. You can either keep doing it over, or you can cast it. And the do-over obviously just gives you a new random spell. And she has 4 unique spells that only she can use. Full cure there being one of them. Which, as you just saw, and like its name suggests, just fully cures you. I think the other spells were Wall, which I believe just simply enhances your defenses, like we cast like Protect and Shell and stuff. The other would be I think Rapture was one of them, which I think pretty much eliminates a single enemy. And then you got the End, which, again, like its name says, pretty much ends the battle. Although the other ones like the End and stuff, they very rarely appear. You'd have to really keep hammering away at the do-over just to try and get that. And as you can see, that Storm Breath does quite a bit of damage for this point, and again, Jaw and Cure seems to be a gamble. He's just gonna keep scratching me. I'll keep slicing you up, maybe Gunblade then. Try curing her again. See, again, it seems drawing it seems to be much more. It seems very random, as you just seen there. That was a lot more better off. Shouldn't take me too much longer to beat this thing. Can't have much more left. again, not a too complicated boss. Just be sure to draw the Siren GF, you know, as soon as possible. You still can get the other GFs if for any reason something goes wrong, you miss it or anything. You can still get them. I think it's in the final disc when you get to the last area, the main villain's castle. She has the servants there that I think you can draw the GFs that you may have missed. But you wouldn't want to go through all that. And go for all that time without the GFs and not learning their useful abilities, would you? I cast a fire on you. I'll draw a cure from you. Come on, it shouldn't take much longer to beat him. Shouldn't have that much health left. There we go, he's down. What is causing him to explode like that? And dissolve like that? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Remember me as a brilliant boss battle. And like any other boss battle in the game, you don't actually get EXP. Got a couple of elixirs, G returners, and a weapons magazine. Huh. You'd have thought monsters would actually do reading. Quetzalcoatl learned the Vitality Junction. That'll come in handy. And here we have our new GF. Siren. And that's mostly how you get the GS from this point on, is either you draw them or you find them, battle them.
Squad B, Captain? Excuse me, I have new orders. All seed members and seed candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours, assemble at the shore.
Withdraw? There are still enemies around.
I know, but I'm just a messenger.
An order to withdraw takes priority. I don't want to miss the vessel. It actually does, because again...
What time do you say?
The quicker you get to the vessel, the better your score will be when you get to the results.
Like I said, all seed members and seed candidates are to withdraw at 1900 hours, assembled at the shore.
1900 hours? We only have 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to get down to the shore. Better run. On the other hand, I'm just gonna leave you here.
Hey, wait for us!
Who the hell does he think he is?
Why don't you ask him? Let's go. So yeah, you got 30 minutes to get down to the shore. In theory, that's, that should be plenty of time. It didn't take you nowhere near this long to get down there. Let's just hope another inconvenience doesn't inconvenience us. I sure as hell don't hope we don't...
There's no traps on the targets. Now go! Go and destroy them! I'm gonna take a nap.
Well, I didn't like the sound of that. That sounded like an inconvenience. And a pesky one at that. But whatever it is, we'll have to wait till next time. Sadly, I've got to deal with this inconvenience first. It's another Biggs. Well, it's not the real McCoy, but maybe it's someone cosplaying as Biggs. Yeah, so at the end, the way this is going, we're not going to be able to get there in good time. I believe the best score comes from if you can get there in under 5 minutes. And seeing as how it's taking us nearly 2 minutes just to save the bloody thing, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh well, I'm not doing this to be perfect. All right, so we're gonna save the game here and leave it there. And so the next episode, we're gonna confront what sounded that obvious inconvenience. And it's in the next episode. So until then, I'll see you soon.